Hey, welcome back everybody to Evil's Comics. I am Evil Mike, and this is going to be another review on a comic. This is IDW's Bermuda, issue number 2. And man, if this didn't jump to the top of my favorite comic books that are out right now list. Thank you, SithLordly, so much. There will be a link to Spineticks and SithLordly's channel down below. This is an amazing book, and I'll tell you what, if there is any spec book out here that could be a movie or a show, it is this. Please, Lord, make this a movie or a show, and not a cartoon, not an animated. I want a live action of this. There's one thing, in my opinion, that is missing in the cinema world right now, and that's fantasy type stuff. I don't care if it's medieval, but this right now, it almost feels like Peter Pan mixed with Avatar, mixed with just a crazy adventure, movie. I've had, my boy Jonezer said that Bermuda kind of reminds him of Lion-O. I got that same feeling, just a female version. But none of this is stolen. It is such a fresh idea. I mean, the premise of the book is not that hard. It's basically an island, and once you get there, supposedly it's stuck, and the island is kind of, land of the lost, right? I mean, it's been around for a while, that type of idea, but this is completely fresh, and it changes, different stuff. I want to say it has kind of more of an anime backing behind it. There's a couple different animes that I can mention that this feels quite like. But again, its own original piece. So if you've not watched my first review and caught up with the story, basically this is Bermuda and the Isle of Triangle, and not Bermuda Triangle. No, not Triangle. This is Triangle, and basically it is has all kind of different stuff. We saw mer people in the first issue, and we find out a lot more about them in this issue. We find out that they have pirates, and that's kind of where the story starts out. It starts out in like a prologue about these two pirate factions that at one time were one crew, and due to finding a treasure, they split and went against each other. During the fight, they almost both killed each other, and they end up having the fight during the storm. And we know from the first issue that's one way to get to the Isle of Triangle. But during the fight, both of them, kind of limping away from the fight, found the island, and both sets of pirate clans ended up in the on the Isle of Triangle. Then it wakes up with Bermuda and the doctor, and I'm drawing a blank at his name. I think it's Nakamura, and Bobby. And Bermuda is being awakened by the doctor, and they explain that Bobby has taken off, that during the night, the doctor kind of explains some things about Triangle, but in a doctor type of way, a more scientific, like, hey, this is where this is at. And he kind of told Bobby that the one place he could find humans was at this, certain spot on the island, but he was calling it by its scientific term. And, they kept calling it like, I'm trying to find, it's like St. Paul or St. John, like the location. And that's not where he was sent. We find out he was sent to Pirate Town. We also kind of run into these as they're, because she's in panic mode and going after Bobby, because she knows he's probably about to die, because Triangle is very dangerous. It is not like Earth. It is very prehistoric, and then you have the different clans and tribes and all kind of stuff that's going on. But like here, we run into the VAR, and it is explained that that they can be extremely violent and dangerous, but at the same time they can also be kind and poetic, that kind of thing. They are also friends to Bermuda, and if they would have found Bobby, they would have kind of reached out to her type thing, and they have not. So she is kind of curious about what happened to it. We get this beautiful spread going through, with Pirate Town, And I mean, one thing about this book, if you can't tell, the art is amazing. I mean, every panel, I mean, there's so much detail, so much pencil and pen work, the colors pop. I mean, the book just feels alive. It already feels like it reads that way, like a movie or a cinema. So that's why when I say spec-wise, this is something that I believe. And man, if the creators of this book make this into an animated show or a movie, you're selling yourself short, because this could go far in a movie. I'm telling you, it's like the niche we're missing right now. But basically, they catch up with Bobby, and Bobby has made it to Pirate Town. He has made it into this one bar, and as he's getting there, he already realizes that he's in too deep, that he shouldn't have come there. But again, the doctor didn't explain that it was full of pirates. He just heard that it had humans there. And basically he gets here and he's approached by this guy, and he's being accused of being in the other pirate clan. And then Bobby's like, no, man, I ain't got nothing to do with these I'm not in any group. He was like, I'm actually here to hire you. And the guy's like, oh yeah, come over here. And so he does take him over to the table with the main pirate and his crew. And basically at first the pirate tries tricking him into joining his crew, but being like a galley boy for the monkey of their crew. And the boys, Bobby's like, nah, man, I'm here to hire y'all, and I don't have any cash, but my dad back home is rich. And the pirates are like, you can't get back home, you're crazy. And so basically at that point they're gonna take him, slave wise. They're not even, at first they were offering the job, and now they're just gonna take him. At that same moment, that's when Bermuda shows up, and she had kind of hinted that she wasn't like kind of allowed in Pirate Town. But we see right off the bat that she just doesn't knock on the door. She kind of beats up a couple of the pirates as she's coming in, and has a chance for the pirates to be like, oh, not her, it's Bermuda, and then she just starts whooping ass, and she kind of grabs Bobby, explain that there is a worse, the worse situation than pirates. Then you got monkey pirates, and a whole slew of monkey pirates start attacking them, but to no avail. She ends up leaving the bar in epic Bermuda style, and takes off with Bobby. At the pirate bar, it was mentioned that the mer people, because he was told that they were dangerous, and he saw, they killed his nanny in the first issue, and it was kind of mentioned that they were into magic. And the doctor in Bermuda kind of clue him into that it's not just like magic that they're into, that they and it's very dark. It is explained that they were the first known species on this Isle of Trangle, and they don't just practice this dark magic, they practice blood magic, and that's why they were after the people looking for slaves and sacrifices. And then we jump to the mer people. And we kind of find out that since they've been there, they've been trying to get to our world using said magics. And they show that Bobby's sister, Andy, is in the group of slavers, and she is, she is shown right here. And they show that one of the mer people, like it's like they're wizard or witch, or but basically the wizard, group master of that group grabs Andy and takes her forth, cuts her hand, and they are able to see what her father was doing on the other side. And we know that her father was in talks with somebody at his company that was building this portal to, we don't know specifically to Trangle, but we do know that they used a portal to get here. So it looks like the mer people might finally be getting what they want, and it's said that that they have a way to help them. I thought it was really cool that their wizard-looking guy looks like a mer angler, deep sea creature type thing. They do kind of reveal, what's coming in the next issue as far as Bermuda and maybe Bobby and the Doctor, but we see some spiders, and there is a part of the island where spiders run rampant type thing. They do give you, I didn't mention this last time, but they do give you originals of the covers. I can tell you I want this cover for this issue very badly. This, this Sabine Rich, man, if that is not a cover right there. Especially after falling in love with this comic, I think I will try and track down that cover if it's not too expensive. But man, I mean, in a nutshell, this is a A+ book. I can't believe I passed on it when it was up for sale. I'm glad I found it and was able to read it and review it for y'all. And I'm really looking forward to issue number 3. But yeah, Bermuda number 2 is excellent. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you read it. Tell me what you thought about it, how'd I do, yada yada yada. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Bye. Hey.